Hi folks, and welcome to more than on Seaside. So what's going on this board? This board has no draw. So yeah, but it has ambassador, and ambassador is something you can't really ignore, because if you try to do so, you will regret it. And yeah, we also have Cutpurse here. So Cutpurse is a pretty good attack at the start of the game. It usually just gets a bit worse closer to the end game, but for now it's like a very good attack. And since we're gonna have a lot of ambassador attacking, giving out coppers, then I would expect my opponent will have some coppers, even closer to the end of the game. So Cutpurse should be a good card. The only so they get smugglers. I don't like this opening because it has 0 ambassadors in this opening. The other thing to do would be for me to open double ambassador. That's definitely a viable thing and good thing. Ambassador lookout could have been a consideration too. My opponent gets silver. I don't really like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab Fishing Village here. We'll probably get attacked by Cutpurse here, and if I do, I don't care, because it's not like I'm going to buy anything this turn anyway. Oh, never mind, they just smuggle the Fishing Village. Alright. So they buy Pearl Diver, which is fine. It just... so Pearl Diver is... actually, I guess on this board, it makes sense to have Pearl Divers, because one effect they have on your deck, if you have... Well, it's a very marginal effect, but still. If you have Pearl Divers, you decrease the chances of having coppers in your hand. So you won't get hit with the with Cutpurse so much. Let's get another Fishing Village. Probably the other thing to get would be second ambassador. So there is no draw. So outpost, I'd say, is a no on this board, because it takes an action, and it takes a card slot to have this outpost in your deck as a stop card, and it only gives you a turn with 3 cards. And especially given the nature of your payload, which is like ambassadors, it shouldn't be too impressive, let's just say. Let's return those estates, and at this point I'll just go ahead and grab a second ambassador. So my opponent gets embargo here, and embargo is not a good card, and usually just doesn't have the whole lot of impact on the game. It might have some impact on this game though, because if my opponent embargoes something that I want, I might just buy it anyway, and then I'll have the curse. And looking at how the things go, I might just end up giving him out the curses, and then I won't need to buy the curse myself. So here there was an option to play an ambassador. I just decided to, Bazaar is like the best card here on a board for economy, because with the terminal space being so limited, it doesn't take space in your deck, so that's pretty good. Not the terminal space, but what I'm trying to say, that the absence of draw. Yeah. So my opponent, Smugglers works quite nicely for them here, but they are not trying to fight back the junking attacks. So they have 0 ambassadors, and they don't have lookout. So I should be fine here. So my opponent embargoes the ambassador. That's a bad choice, to be honest, because I don't want a third ambassador. It's like that would be an overkill for a deck that's small, and like for most deck, to be honest. but they would definitely benefit from at least a single ambassador. So that was a weird choice indeed. Let's remove this copper and return it. I probably, well, I might get an embargo here because I think I have enough terminal space for that, and it's just a silver. But a silver that doesn't stay in my deck, so that's kind of good. And to be honest, it's the most common sensible usage of embargo. So here we get rid of our last state, and I can get another bazaar, and we are getting quite thin here. I don't really expect to be able to like attack my opponent forever, because the moment when you start greening, this deck falls apart. So I think we just get clean and start and buy like a gold or two and start provincing. That should be fine. By this time I should be way ahead, because you know, my deck has no junk in it and my opponent has all the coppers, all the estates. Yeah, by the way, smugglers and outpost is a good interaction indeed, because you can smuggle on your normal turn and on your outpost turn as well. So that's good. All right, I'm slightly over terminal here apparently. It's okay. I don't really need to play this embargo right now. Oh, well, actually, let me do that. Yeah, I kind of want just to hit 5. I want more bazaars. What should I even embargo? Honestly, I don't care. I just put the embargo token on ambassador. Alright, and we'll just get another bazaar. So I'm not getting smugglers myself here, because I think that most of my opponents' turns should be pretty bad, because they have so much junk in their deck now. Done returning, and let's return this copper. Actually, I think it's my last copper. It might be my last copper, to be honest. Okay, you know what? I don't care. Let's return it. Yeah, let's just get another bazaar. I was for a moment thinking that maybe at this point I should get an outpost, because most of my deck is gonna be, you know, bazaars. So I will actually benefit from those three card turns. But the counter argument to that is that this state of the deck will end pretty soon, because now I think it would be beneficial for me to add golds now. And at this point, I'll just return this second ambassador. It's kind of a good card for him, but it's still a single only good card in this huge deck full of junk. So I don't care. And for me, the second ambassador now is a liability, because you know, it doesn't do a whole lot for me. I could get curse here and try to give out some curses to my opponent, but the thing is that probably would be just a bit too slow, because you can't do that and Provenson. I mean, you kinda can, but you can't do that efficiently, because as soon as you add a couple of Provences to your deck, you just stop drawing things. So it ain't worth it here, I don't think. They have another lookout. They now have 4 lookouts, so they now realize that the ambassador attack landed a lot, but it's too late. Alright. So it might look like this gold was not needed, but because I hit 8 without it, but it will pretty much change like this turn or the next turn. So it's usually better to, get your payload before you kind of realize that you needed it. So yeah, because I pretty much expect that I will need this gold at some point. So one thing that we might yeah, so you see here I already did not draw enough. Let's just buy another gold. At this point we are not trying to draw the deck because it's impossible. Basically, we just try to add more high value treasures and whatnot. Okay. One thing, there is this nice ambassador trick. It might be doable at the end of this game. You return 0 copies of bronze to your opponent, and then they so you basically gift them a bronze from the supply, and that might allow you to end the game on the piles. Like for example, if they don't buy any bronzes here now, and if I hit 8 with this hand, I might do that. So I mean, I will do that. Oh hey, I'm getting embargoed, which is, I was gifted an embargo. So we didn't quite draw enough. So yeah, ain't gonna do that, obviously. I'll go ahead and grab the dashi. I'm not sure if I really want the dashi, but I probably do. Because if they buy the last 2 bronzes, it might be bad for me, and it is very unlikely that their deck will do that, but it's not impossible. So I'd rather be protected from this. Alright, here's another bronze. So as you see, my cut purse hits pretty much every turn, and it's a big deal. Yeah. So honestly, one thing, I don't need to do it here, but I'll just do it, to show it how it works. You reveal the bronze, you return 0 copies, and now they have this bronze, and the piles are empty and you are ahead in points. So if I wouldn't here, I could have been just buying this bronze. But if, say, I would only hit like 7, or like if I wouldn't hit 8, that would have been a good thing to do. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.